The 16th law in Robert Greene's book, The 48 Laws of Power, is use absence to increase respect and honor. This law revolves around the idea that scarcity or limited availability can actually increase your value in the eyes of others. The principle is based on the concept that familiarity can breed contempt, and too much accessibility might lead people to take you for granted or not appreciate your presence or contributions. Therefore, strategically creating moments of absence or limited availability can make people value your time, attention, or contributions more when you are present. This law isn't about disappearing entirely, but rather about controlling your availability. It involves being strategic about when you make yourself present or accessible, which can help you retain a sense of mystery, intrigue, and importance in the eyes of others. By creating a sense of scarcity around your presence, you can increase the respect and honor people attribute to you, making your appearances more impactful and influential. The 17th law is keep others in suspended terror, cultivate an air of unpredictability. This law advises creating an atmosphere of unpredictability around yourself. When people can't anticipate your actions or reactions, they tend to be cautious around you. This caution can work in your favor by keeping others on their toes and preventing them from taking you for granted or trying to manipulate you. It's about not establishing a fixed pattern of behavior that others can easily predict or exploit. This doesn't mean being erratic or random for the sake of it. Instead, it's about maintaining a certain degree of mystery and adaptability so that others cannot easily gauge your intentions or responses. The 18th law in Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power is, do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. This law cautions against the pitfalls of excessive isolation in the pursuit of power. While creating barriers may seem secure, this law highlights the risks. Isolation can blind one to crucial changes, opportunities, and leave them vulnerable. It stresses the importance of balancing protection with connection, emphasizing that isolation hampers growth, learning, and adaptation by cutting off valuable information and opportunities. Ultimately, it advises against complete isolation, advocating for a middle ground where one stays protected, yet open to connections and the evolving world, as total isolation can hinder progress and leave one ill-prepared for the ever-changing landscape of power dynamics. The 19th law in Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power is know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. This law stresses the significance of understanding the power dynamics within your social or professional circles. It's crucial to recognize the individuals who wield considerable influence, hold positions of authority, or possess strong connections. The essence of this law revolves around avoiding unnecessary conflicts or offense toward people who have the capacity to impact your life, career, or reputation significantly. It's about exercising caution and diplomacy when dealing with individuals who might have the ability to cause you harm or obstruct your progress if offended. Instead of needlessly challenging or provoking those with power, this law advises exercising prudence, respect, and strategic navigation in your interactions. By doing so, you can avoid unnecessary conflicts, maintain alliances, and protect yourself from potential retaliation or negative repercussions that might arise from offending influential individuals. The 20th law in Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power is, do not commit to anyone. This law of power advises against being overly dependent or committed to any single person or group. It emphasizes the importance of maintaining personal independence and flexibility in relationships. By not tying oneself too tightly to others, one can avoid becoming vulnerable to manipulation or control. This doesn't mean avoiding commitments entirely, but rather being cautious not to invest all trust and reliance in one source. It encourages a balanced approach to relationships, ensuring that one's autonomy and options remain intact while engaging with others. Essentially, it's about being strategic and mindful of the level of commitment, in order to preserve personal freedom and maneuverability in various situations. Remember, this law doesn't mean avoiding all commitments entirely. Rather, it suggests being cautious about the degree and extent of commitment you make, ensuring that you retain your independence and ability to navigate situations with freedom and flexibility.